Man, I thought I was just recording some good footage, but it's back again. Hopefully, it doesn't cut off, and I can say what I was trying to say earlier. I don't know why I do these videos. That's what I do. I'm lying. I do them because I have no other way to vent or to talk to anybody. It's kind of like my therapy, to self. Um, I do want to put these videos out sometimes as content, but sometimes I question myself whether or not what I'm saying has any validity to it, and could it be of any value to someone that go through what I go through. And as I was saying on the previous video, that I woke up this morning kind of frustrated with myself about where I'm at in life. I'm in a good, decent space if you consider where I came from and most people, but I'm not where I want to be, where I know that I can be, and I've made tons of excuses for why I'm not where I'm at. And that shit has to stop, number one, because nobody cares about your little woe is me type of situation of feeling sorry for yourself and having a pity party. And I said to myself, I don't like the way my life is, and so I got to do something about it. And if you want something different, you got to do something different. And I know better, y'all. I've been suffering with this disease of entrepreneurship for the longest. And it may sound crazy, but I have this disease of entrepreneurship. And what I mean by that, as far as I can remember back, I've always wanted to be in business for myself. I've never wanted to work for anybody else. As a kid in South Memphis, I thought I could own a bank one day. I didn't know what a bank was, didn't know how to spell a bank, how a bank would operate. But the mistake I made was letting my childhood trauma and pain and insecurity and fear and listening to other people, I guess, impose upon you their own doubts and fears upon your greatness, and you being better and being your highest best self supersede what I know on the inside that I should have been, and who I am as a person. I am an entrepreneur. That's just it, point blank, period. That's just it. That's what I love. That's what turns me on. That's what gets me excited. Business does. Being able to innovate, to create, design, and bringing some ideas to life that would change people's lives and change humanity and change this world with some of the things that God has given me, that God has placed upon my heart to do. And that's just who I am. But through doubt, fear, like I said, lack of belief in self, number one was my biggest problem, not believing in me and my own ideas and my own self. And I allowed other people's opinions and their voice to be louder than my own. And it's cost me so much, man, for 49 years of me having low self-esteem, not believing in myself, being insecure, and soliciting the opinions of other people that are not doing anything, that have not done anything, that's not gonna do anything. So I let those people's voices be louder than my own, which I should have never, ever listened to other people tell me that I couldn't do something because they couldn't do it, so they didn't want you to do it. And so I'm 49. Last year in my 40s, got a business that I'm starting now called Forgetful Fellas. And I got to figure out how to create and make this business somewhat bring value to it. I got to figure out how to scale this business up. I got to make this business a household name. I got to start thinking about how to create new ways and new avenues to get it out there, because I got to do it myself. This notion of you needing a team to help you get somewhere, I believe it, but eventually you would have to need one. But starting out the gate, I am the team, because I've asked people to go enroll and go do this, do that. People that look like me and you, look like me and you, they look like us, don't support. So I have to come up with ways, because it's my business, it's my dream, it's my vision. I got to find out too how to scale it up and get it to where I needed to be at. Then I thought this morning, what I do on a regular basis is I go to work, get in the rat race, people living for the weekend, trying to kill you to get somewhere that they're not happy with being at and all that. I'm sick and tired of that shit. That's not who I am. I don't go chase a fucking job. That's not me. My business, yes, it's my own shit. It's my own shit. So have you ever, I put a t-shirt out one time. It was like a little mantra for, have you ever walked in the bathroom behind somebody that's got through doing number two and you couldn't stand it being and you walk right back out? It's just, ugh, couldn't do it, right? Now think about you when you do it. It's the same thing. It's the same shit. But guess what the difference is? It's your shit. You'll sit in that bathroom, talk on the phone, you'll fall asleep on the toilet, you'll read, you'll do anything. It's shit. It's the same shit, but it's your shit. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with working for other people. There'll be people that'll work for me. But I don't like smelling someone else's shit. I've never have. But I hadn't had the courage or the tenacity or the temerity, I guess. I don't know which word I want to use. If I'm using the proper word or not. And the willpower and the fortitude and the courage to go out here and take the sacrifices or make the sacrifices to put myself in a position where I own 100% of myself, not a business, 100% of me, and I determine what happens in my life. I'm the architect for my life. I decide what goes on 100% with me. Now you can own 100% of nothing, but I own 100% of myself. I govern myself by my own laws, my own rules, and what I want to do with my life, not somebody else telling me what to do in my life, what I can and can't do. That doesn't work for me. I've never liked that. I never liked that. And for the people out there that want to do your own shit, want to live life the way you want to live it, do what you want to do it, forget what people think. Don't waste your time like I did, worried about trying to please other people, make sure everybody else was happy, and the whole time you're suffering and you're sad yourself. If I know what I know now, that this whole time that I've been living, it would have been cheaper for me to be myself and to lose the friends, the family members, and the world, or whoever else, not to be a part of that, for me to be who I am now, I would have done it a long time ago. I've cost myself so much by not being me, loving me, and accepting myself for who I am, trying to please other people, trying to make sure other people are okay, that they feel as they get hurt, nothing like that, and it's cost me tremendously. I don't want anybody to ever have to pay the price that I've paid. I told God some years ago, because I care about people so much, let me take on the pain of the world so other people wouldn't suffer. I don't want nobody to have to go through what I've gone through for 49 years. Not being able to get this disease of entrepreneurship cured. It hurts when you know that you're something and something else is going on inside of you, know that you're not being who you really are and you can't be that person. It's a disease that eats away at me every second of the day. That I know that I wake up each day that I'm not being who I really am. Drake has a song said it feels so good, just paraphrasing, that he finally has become the person that he knew he was the whole time. Drake knew the whole time he's one of the best rappers ever. He knew it. He just needed to show the world and the world to see it and the world to give it thumbs up. Like, yeah, you the man. But the whole time Drake knew that the person that we see now, the fame, the success, the celebrity and all that stuff, he knew that's who he was anyway. He knew that's what he wanted to be. That's who he was. He had no other choice. It was destined. It was inside of him. Forget all the other stuff that Drake does, but that one line right there resonated with me so well because it's amazing when you can be the person that you know that you are. It's no better feeling than to be able to wake up and like be 1000% authentically yourself. And then go into the world and move the way you want to move and do the things that you want to do. There are times and moments where I feel so freaking rich on the inside, and that's nothing to do with money. Nothing to do with money. I love money. Don't get mad, religious people. The love of money is the root of all evil, but I got one little thing I want to throw in there. The lack thereof is causing all the evil in the world. The lack thereof possibility of not having money is causing some of the evil in the world. So my point is, man, it's frustrating to wake up each day when you don't have the opportunity, or you haven't created the opportunity. Let me correct myself, because I'm not a victim. That you don't create the opportunity for you to be yourself 1000% each day. That you don't wake up each morning doing what you want to do, what inspires you, what motivates you, to build what you want to build, to create what you want to create. I wouldn't wish this on nobody. I really wouldn't. I'm going to probably add this to, I am going to add it to my Facebook page. I don't know anybody I can tell. Go to my Facebook page and look at this to see if I can help anybody. I'm just going to trust God that I put it on my Facebook page and somebody, one person would see it and change their life, maybe perhaps, and feel free to open up about this disease that I call entrepreneurship disease, that I haven't been able to find a cure for it, that I haven't even probably find a way for myself to cure myself of it, and how I can cure it possibly is start doing some of the things that I say I want to do, sitting around not doing nothing. And I don't think you can ever cure it, because I think each time, number one, if I go out here and start doing the things that I'm supposed to do to try to find this cure for this disease, I move from each victory, from each win, and from every lesson to something bigger and greater and better. So it's not something that probably I will ever cure one day, but it would feel good knowing that I'm treating it by doing the things that I should be doing. And so I'm not looking for a cure for it as I hear myself talk about it. I just want to look for treatments. And those treatments are these ideas and these things that I want to do, that I go execute them, and that I go see these things out into completion. Whether I win, whether I lose, whether I fail, if they're successful or not, the fact is that I did something about it. I didn't sit around like I have for 49 years and bitch and complain and woe is me. That I purposely went out there and failed just so I can say, hey, I got a treatment, I got an infusion for this disease that I suffer with, which is entrepreneurship. Everybody ain't meant to go to school. Everybody ain't meant to go to the league. And let me say something. Please let me say something. Please. I've always been like this. I don't want nobody to think that me talking about entrepreneurship is because what we've been talking about for the past 5 or 10 years, that now we got entrepreneurs that look like me thriving. My niece Candace is 41. I had a conversation with her. She said, as far as back as she can remember as a child, I've been talking about owning my own stuff and being in business for myself. So let's just say she was 5 or 10. 30 years of me being a loser by not doing it, just running my mouth like I am now and not putting any action to it. I've been talking about being a billionaire and a gazillionaire. This ain't just some last minute stuff, and because the wave in the past 10 years have been about black wealth and black excellence. I've been saying this for 30 years, according to my niece. I've been saying it for me my whole life as a child, growing up in South Memphis, poor as hell, thinking I could own a bank one day and never knew what a bank was. I remember God reminded me of that, me wanting to be different. My whole family liked the Cowboys. Guess what I did as a little boy? I picked the Steelers. I don't even care about being a Steelers fan. I just didn't want to be like the rest of my family. So my whole life, I've always been different, wanted to be different, and not like everybody else. And I want these kids and people in the world today to know, ain't nothing wrong with being a weird guy or girl. Ain't nothing wrong with you being yourself. Standing out looking like the oddball, be the fucking oddball. Because from what I understand, the Elon Musk, the Steve Jobs, the Zuckerbergs, and all these other rich people, they call them weird too. So don't be afraid to be the weird guy. I don't even have Instagram. You know why I don't have Instagram? Because they said follow me. I'm not following nobody. That's just not my mentality. My mind is, we lead. We don't follow nobody. We create. We innovate. We're the first. We come up with something. We can redefine any preconceived notions about how life's supposed to be, how things are supposed to be, how things are designed, how things are created, and all that stuff. Us. And y'all stop this wanting the world to end. God ain't trying to see us no time soon. Stay here and create is what he wants you to do. Heaven here on earth is what God wants us to do. We all gonna die. But what the hell my hypocritical ass, number one, gonna do while we're here on earth? Create. Make humanity better. Make living here on earth until it ends better. Do something here with this time that we have on earth. That's what drives me crazy, because I didn't let all this shit out. Man, I want to build some shit. I want to do what they say we can't do. I want to be the first gazillionaire. You sound cocky, Alfonso. You can't be no fucking gazillionaire. You ain't got no money now. You broke. Impossible. Who are you to say that you can be somebody great? And another thing, the last thing I want to say, and this is from my heart. I don't care if you catch nothing else I say in this damn video. As a black man that has come from nothing and that still struggles every day, I'm sick and tired of us hating on each other. My coworker Curtis, his excuse is, I love him to fucking death. I love Curtis to death. It's that they made us this way. Get you 1,000%. Let's go with that narrative that they made us this way. Yes, they put this hate in us. Let's hate our stuff. Now we know that's what they did, right? I agree with you, they did do that. Let's just say for the sake of argument, we figured out they did this to us. It ain't hidden no more. This is how they got us to hate each other and all that stuff. My question to you, now that we have the answer, we got the secret, we got what the enemy did to us, why are we still doing it to each other? Why are we still killing each other in our neighborhoods? And I'm not just talking about with guns, with this thing right here. He said it's life and death in the tongue. That's how powerful our mouth is, our words are. And we can destroy people just with our mouth. When are we going to start loving each other instead of hating each other? Everybody else supports their own race, even when they're wrong, but us. Master P had to go on Breakfast Club, just pop up as a disclaimer to get on there to defend itself about things people have said about that may be true or maybe inaccurate. And he played with them, begged on that show, can we stop doing this to each other? Tearing each other down. That's a lot of wasted energy to tear somebody down because you won't get up. I'm about building us up. I'm about us all winning. There's not nothing that we can't do together. You see how they stop us from doing things together? How they don't want us to do things together? Because they know if we do something together, the game changes. So do you not understand and realize how special and important we are? That there's a whole country and a whole world and a group of people that don't want to see you and I successful. You know what that makes us? We're more of a valuable commodity than gold and diamonds and anything else. We are. So why are we damaging each other when we are the most precious commodity here on earth? And we walking around like we ain't nothing but some fucking cow manure. And we ready to sling it at each other. I know it's not going to stop. I'm just pleading and begging that a few of us say, hey, we'll stop this and we'll support each other. I want to see my black brother, black sister win and not tear them down. We're better than this, y'all. We're way better than how we've treated each other. Let's try to lead with love. Try to lead with compassion. Lead with a little bit of grace, a little bit of understanding. I know we all are hurting. I'm hurting. But we can make it through it, though, if we sit down and talk. Guarantee you we can. I got pain, too. I'm scared, too. I'm broken just like y'all are broken. I have my good days and I have my bad days. But I never want to see somebody that looks like me down. I told you earlier that I've told God that I'd rather take on the pain of the world so none of us have to suffer. That's how much I love us before I even love myself. Crazy idea, crazy thought that I had. But that's how bad I wanted to see us do good. I wanted to take on all the pain and all the suffering of our people. Been trying to find the answers and the solutions to get us out of here, and own some shit, be big shakers and movers and be in a position of power. To show our greatness. We're beautiful, but not treating each other that way. It must stop. I'm not going on this long mission and fighting this and that on that, because what you fight, you create more of. I'm going to start with me, showing myself love, grace, and compassion and all that stuff. And I'm hoping that as I show myself that, when I come in contact with my brothers or sisters, that they'll feel the same thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, because I'll spaz out in a motherfucking minute. I will. That shit is in me. Not being tough, but I can get stupid. But I love to see people do well. And I'm telling y'all now, man, the energy y'all put towards hating somebody or being jealous of somebody or hurting somebody is wasted energy. Put that same energy towards loving them, forgiving them. It feels better, I promise you it does. It feels better to give out love. Have you ever seen somebody give an act of kindness in front of you and how you felt? And you wasn't even the person that's doing the kind gesture? Because it feels good. Feels good. But y'all, let's go just be great, man. Let's raise our level of excellence. Let's raise our energy. Let's raise our love. We can do it. It's in us. It's in us. It's in us. Don't be scared to release it. A friend of mine's John told me something, and it may help you, and I'm going to stop talking, running my mouth. He told me, Alfonso, your problem is you're too afraid to be great alone. Big John was absolutely right. And so I'm asking y'all now, I don't want y'all to be great alone. Let's be great together. Let's be great together. They ain't got to take all of us, just a few of us. Let's be great together. We can do it. I believe in us. I believe in myself and all that stuff. I don't want to die and have all this inside of me and all that crap. I want to get it out, get God's goodness and God's grace and God's creativity and God's love and servicing and all that stuff and being kind out. Give it away. Don't leave here so full with God's ideas and goals and things that you haven't done and regrets. Ride this mother sucker till the wheels fall off. I'm 49, I'm still fighting. 49, still fighting. To not leave this mother sucker with all these great ideas and things I want to do in me. Things I want to do that people say that's impossible and all that stuff. I got a lot of it. So I'm hoping that one day somebody can see this video and it have changed everything. I guess it's the end of it. Good night, and for my little rant, I hope somebody will listen to it and it can change their lives. Thank you.